Hello everyone, and welcome to Shell Point Today for Wednesday, November 2nd. I'm Adam Brown. On today's show, we'll preview another Health Connections class on the causes and treatment for glaucoma. And Ruth Deuber will have another delicious recipe to share for us in the What's Cooking segment. But first, we want to remind you that tomorrow you can join President Peter Dice as he gives a pictorial history presentation of how Shell Point Village grew into Shell Point Retirement Community over the past 45 plus years. The presentation will take place at the Village Church at 2:15 p.m. and everyone is welcome. Also, tomorrow is the time for the Photo Club's monthly meeting. This month's Critics Wall Challenge focuses on reflections. Bring your best interpretation of this theme and receive helpful comments and critiques from club members while enjoying the photography of others. It all takes place in the Social Center at 2:15. And this Friday and Saturday, you don't want to miss the Holiday Craft Bazaar. Talented Shell Point residents spend the year designing, crafting, creating, and enhancing quality items for sale, just in time for the holidays. This popular event will feature unique items along with specialty holiday decor, handbags, jewelry, three-dimensional paper crafts, special artwork, children's items, books, wood sculptures, tasty treats, and more. All are invited, so gather your friends and prepare for a fun day of shopping out at the Woodlands Commons from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. this Friday and Saturday. This Friday, there will also be a Health Connections class on the causes and treatments for secondary glaucoma. Dr. Trevor Elmquist will discuss two causes of the disease, as well as treatment and diagnostic information. To give us more of an eye-opening view of his class, Dr. Elmquist talks with Michelle Tompkins in this first segment.
Hi, I'm Michelle Tompkins of Resort Services, and I'm here to discuss a Health Connections program here we have in November. I'm joined by Dr. Elmquist of Elmquist Eye Group. Tell us, Dr. Elmquist, about your program on November 4th.
Well, we're going to be talking about glaucoma, which is one of the big three of eye diseases of aging. Basically, you know about cataracts, macular degeneration, yes. But the third one is glaucoma. And I don't think we talk about it enough. It's quite complex, the follow-up, and people kind of complain about all the testing and analysis that we have to do to see if they're actually losing vision from glaucoma. So, you know, I'd like to explain a little bit more about that to folks who may have an interest.
What are some of the symptoms or signs of glaucoma?
Oh, Michelle, that's the key. There aren't a lot of symptoms for glaucoma. It's the silent thief of sight. So unless you're checked, you don't know what your own pressure is in your eye. And that's the main handle we have on treating glaucoma, is reduce the pressure inside the eye. The pressure and sensitivity of the optic nerve, they gradually choke the optic nerve, which is the nerve that goes from your eye to your brain. And that's where all the action is with glaucoma. That nerve gradually gets choked off and dies, and you lose your vision slowly. So.
Can you tell me about the prevalence of glaucoma?
Yeah, it's estimated that like 3 or 4 million people have glaucoma in the U.S., but maybe only half of them know it. So it takes an eye exam, dilation, looking at the optic nerve carefully to see if it looks like it's starting to lose, you know, its nerve fibers. So the optic nerve is kind of like a fiber optic cable, you know, when you have all those little fibers and pixels for each little fiber. And we have like 1 million nerve fibers in our optic nerve when we're born. When we lose half of those, 500,000, we start to develop blind spots.
Wow.
So we look at those nerve fibers, we look at a lot of tests, which I'll talk about.
Well, I'm very excited for you to come and to discuss this with our residents. Now, who would this program benefit most?
Well, anyone. Now, if you have a family history of glaucoma, you really should be there.
Okay.
Because it does tend to travel in families, kind of like diabetes or macular degeneration. Glaucoma, same way. Genetics are important, and if your parents or brother or sister has glaucoma or takes drops for that, you probably ought to be checked. The American Academy of Ophthalmology says everyone over age 60 should have an eye exam each year. That's a lot of folks. So it's pretty much everybody here at Shell Point
Absolutely.
All the residents should get checked once a year, just to check for glaucoma and other things.
You know, it's interesting that you point that out, how prevalent this is in our population here, even at just Shell Point. You know, we talk so much about eating right and exercising and staying fit, but we have to take care of more than just the outside and the inside. We have to take care of our ears, our eyes, a little bit of everything. So this sounds like a program that all of our residents, like you said, would benefit from.
I hope so.
I hope so too, definitely. So take advantage of Dr. Elmquist being here for our Health Connections program on November 4th at 2:15 p.m. in the Social Center. You will want to sign up, definitely. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you shortly.
Thank you, Shell Point Michelle.
It's time to put on an apron, roll up our sleeves, and get in the kitchen for some tasty recipes. Well, no, actually, we don't have to do that. Ruth Deuber is going to do all the work for us while we just sit and watch. But who knows? Perhaps it will inspire you to tackle one of her recipes on your own. But stay right here for now. It's time for What's Cooking at Shell Point.
Hello, I'm Ruth Deuber, and this is What's Cooking at Shell Point. And I have a guest with me today. And I happen to know from something I've heard that she's a fabulous cook. And she sent me a recipe the other day. And she hasn't been on camera before, so we're going to work together and get this done, because she didn't want to have to talk. We're making cheesy scallops and pasta. And this is for 2 people. So this is a half a pound of scallops. And you can get these at Fresh Market. I saw Publix had them the other day. But, you know, you get them and when you get them at Fresh Market, you can get them frozen so that you can take them home, put them back in your freezer, and then use them whenever you want. Isn't that what you do? You buy
Yes,
a pound?
I do that, yeah.
Yeah.
And make sure you buy the small scallops, the bay scallops, not the
Okay.
big ones.
Yeah, the bay scallops. And I guess, you know, some of them are native to Florida, so.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the stove, and we're going to use a tablespoon of celery, it's chopped, and a tablespoon of onion. And she brought it over, so I didn't have to do that. So, alrighty.
Where do you want this? That's easy for
You
you.
just set them right there.
Right here.
Okay. So, okay. This is a tablespoon of
It's actually
just a
2
vegetable oil.
tablespoons of each.
Pardon?
2 tablespoons of each.
Oh, yes, of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 tablespoons of
So
celery.
she did all the work for me. How about that? Have my own sous chef here. Okay. So we will, let's use this one. So how long do we want to cook this?
Just till they're tender, just a little bit tender.
A little softened, okay. All righty. And a half a cup of milk. Now, I have found the hard way that if you just go ahead, dump all the milk into the flour, you have a mess. So I'm going to start with just a little bit of the milk. You want to give this a little stir there, Joan?
Yeah, and it's a good idea to have extra milk on hand because sometimes it thickens up more than you really want it to.
But we don't want any lumps. So I'll mix this. Add a little more milk. As I say, I've learned the hard way and made the sauce, and it was full of lumps. So we don't want that to happen here.
Thickens pretty quickly.
And you really have to pay attention to this. Look how quickly it cooks up. Now the beauty of this is it doesn't take the scallops very long to cook. So,
It's gotten already. We
right.
could put a little more milk in there, just,
Okay, you want to add the milk or you want to add some wine?
I'll do a little bit.
Might do both. Okay. Now we did rinse the scallops. I guess it's up to you. but we did rinse those.
Now you just cook these until you can tell by looking at them that they're...
Do you ever put a lid on it or not?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I guess you could, I guess. It's a really quick and easy meal to put together for just two people.
Yeah. In fact, with my appetite now, it might work for 3 people.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe we need to turn it up just... I think that probably ought to be about right. Got a little bit of white wine here.
Now, when you think that's ready, I'm going to zap my pasta just a
I
little bit.
think you can zap it.
Are they done?
Nice and tender. It's good.
Looks good. Wonderful.
The wine gave it just the right taste.
I'll tell you what they say, good cooks always taste. And I'm not real good at that, so.
I'm not easy.
So, okay. Looks good. Put a little bit more on. Okay. Now, we need a ladle.
I forgot to put the cheese.
Uh-huh. We'll take it back over there to finish it up. Yeah. Okay.
And you're ready to go.
And here you go. There's your cheese, and there's some parsley.
There it is.
That is beautiful, Joan.
Looks
Thank
pretty
you so
with the
much.
tray. You're welcome.
I'll put this up on the website, and I hope you'll try it. And we'll see you again. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And now it's time to cover all today's happenings, Academy news, menus, and Village Church connections.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Happenings segment of Shell Point TV. I'm Dora Robbins and I'm here to tell you about all the activities today at Shell Point. We're going to start at 7:45 with men's Bible study that's in the officer room on the island. And at 8 o'clock we have men's round robin tennis and that's at the tennis courts at the Woodlands. Also at 8 o'clock we have pickleball and that's at the game court on the island. At 8:45, we have Lily and Company Jewelers. It's their weekly service. That's at the Resident Activity Center. At 8:45, we have Residents Council meeting. That's in the Social Center on the island. At 9 o'clock, we have Watercolor Group with Phil Hilton. That's at the Art Studio on the island. At 9:15, we have Card Making and Scrapbooking Group. That's at the Tarpon Room on the island. We have Ladies Bible Study in the Officery Room at 10. Also at 10 o'clock, we have men's match play tennis. That's at the tennis courts at the Woodlands. And at 10:15, we have Model Yacht Sailing Club. That's in the Commons Lake at the Woodlands. At 11:30, we have Agility, Balance, and Flexibility. That's at the Health Club, and that's currently closed. At 12:45, we have Health Connections, Strength and Conditioning. That's at the Health Club on the island. Sign up is required. And we have chess at the Library Lounge at 1 o'clock. And at 1:45, we have another Health Connection. It's Balance, Stability, and Strength. That's at the Health Club on the island. At 2:15, we have Cooking with Shell Point Chefs. That's at the Social Center, and sign-ups are required. At 2:30, we have Jazz and Stuff, and that's in the Green Cypress Room at the Woodlands. And at 3 o'clock, we have a Health Connections Pilates Bar Fusion, and that's at the Health Club on the island. At 4:30, we have Indoor Bocce. That's at the Health Club on the island. And at 5, we have Singles Table at the Crystal Dining Room. Church Choir is at the Choir Room at 5:45. And the last activity for today is at 7:15, and it's Prayer and Praise at the Village Church. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you back here again tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Rich Nation sitting in for Terry Colath, and here is your Academy classes for Wednesday, November the 2nd. At 10 a.m., we have voting systems around the world. Presidents, popes, Oscars, MVPs, the Olympic cities, and much, much more. And that's held in the Grand Cypress Room. Sign-up is required.
Menus for Wednesday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is General Tso's chicken with steamed rice and stir-fry vegetables. For dinner, they feature their dinner buffet for $14.95. The soup of the day is lima bean. In the Island Cafe, the sandwich special is fried flounder with coleslaw for $7.95. Dinner specials in the Palm Grill are veal schnitzel for $16.95 or snapper with paella-style red quinoa for $17.95. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
With a festive community chorus right from Fort Myers, the 2016-2017 season of praise is about to begin as we continue to celebrate God's work of renewing and refreshing His people. As in the past, inspirational concerts and worship celebrations are part of the ongoing ministry of the Village Church. As residents and friends join together each week for worship services, the opportunities to grow in the grace and knowledge of our Lord abound and provide spiritual renewal and refreshment. It is a joy for us to present and partner with guest artists and local musicians who encourage and inspire us with their artistic expressions of faith. The concert series will begin here on Sunday evening, November 13th, with the Fort Myers Symphonic Master Singers and the debut of the Master Singers City of Palms Youth Choir, as together they present a festive celebration of sacred songs. These select ensembles of singers enjoy a reputation for musical excellence and are dedicated to the performance of significant choral works as well as innovative programs. Since forming in 2001, the Master Singers have grown from a small chorus to an 80-plus voice ensemble of men, women, and youth. Under the baton of Jeff Fox and Matt Kohler, this diverse group of vocal musicians represent all walks of life: doctors, lawyers, homemakers, nurses, businessmen and women, music educators, musicians, retirees, and talented students from our city. Many of you may know the director, Jeff Fox, because he serves as the Director of Sacred Arts at First Presbyterian Church in Bonita Springs, where he oversees a very large, successful concert series. Under Jeff's leadership, the Master Singers have participated in a number of collaborative efforts in Southwest Florida. The Master Singers have concertized with the Naples Philharmonic Orchestra on several occasions, plus Opera Naples and the Charlotte Symphony. And the Master Singers have performed regularly for the annual Fort Myers Prayer Breakfast. Jeff Fox is a graduate of the Westminster Choir College and Michigan State University. Again, I remind you that the financial resources needed to support this ministry have increased significantly in recent years. And we are delighted that this year, the Alliance Development Fund, a supporting organization of the Christian and Missionary Alliance, has offered to partner with the Village Church to subsidize the concert series so that there will not be an increase in the cost of tickets. ADF's ministry is to provide Alliance churches access to affordable financing to construct, expand, and remodel facilities that support church growth and changing ministry needs. ADF's partnership with the Village Church has a similar outcome by providing funding so that the concert series can continue to encourage and inspire everyone through the ministry of sacred song. This partnership is greatly appreciated. It is a privilege for our congregation to associate with ADF and our church family, friends, and community. Well, again, the Season of Praise concert season will begin on Sunday, November 13th at 6:15 p.m. with the Fort Myers Symphonic Master Singers and the debut of the Master Singers City of Palms Youth Choir as they present a festive celebration of sacred songs. I trust that you will join us as we share together in this innovative program, a concert that I know will entertain and inspire you. The Village Church is pleased to again present this inspirational Season of Praise concert series, and we sincerely appreciate the financial support that ADF provides, which allows us to keep the price of tickets at a minimal cost. All the concerts require the purchase of a non-refundable $10 ticket, and tickets are available here at the church office Monday through Friday or Sunday before and after worship services. You may also get your tickets at the website shellpoint.org/Season of Praise. For more information, please call the church office at 454-2147. We look forward to seeing you at the concert.
Thanks for joining us for today's show. Tune in again tomorrow when Pastor Andy Hawkins will give us a preview of an academy class about Middle East refugees. And the great people of Finemark Bank and Trust will discuss questions and the decisions we face during the loss of a loved one. Until then, this has been Shell Point Today for Wednesday, November 2nd. I'm Adam Brown, thanking you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again here tomorrow.